Well, if I were a person who used naughty words, he, this would be a holy SHIT motherboard. Wow. This is another Sun microsystem unit. There's a big board under here, backplane board, PCI risers, slot cards, fans. But look at that. That's a shitload of RAM. Wow. I don't have the date available yet on this. I will watch. Most of these computers and servers seem to have a date plate inside. And I wasn't going to do another video today, but when I saw this, I had to. I was like, wow. The stuff in my car finally thawed out. I had a car full of E-scrap, and then we had a lot of snow the other day, and it all got frozen to the bed of my pickup truck. But I have to go this afternoon at 3:30. It's now 1:30, and pick up another carload. I'm running against the weather because we're supposed to get another big storm, and I'd rather have the stuff here to work on than not. Wow. Beautiful shielded RAM. Very nice. Shielded RAM doesn't pay as well as regular RAM. You know, obviously there's a little bit of rubbish on it. And you can pry these off. You do run a risk of pulling the chips off of it as well. I think it's a difference of $7 a pound though. For me, just not right now. Oh, wow. That is quite the score, as they say. I'm sporting my cable management hat. They gave me a really cool hat the other day. And it's getting cold out. And I'm going to have to go to that outdoor storage bin to pick up E-scraps, so. Looking for my needle nose pliers. This one. My hands don't always work as well as I need them to, so sometimes things just take me longer. But that's really a nice. This is a nice find. Chunky. Wow. I've probably got 4 or 5 more servers in the car to do. I don't think I'll get any more done today because I'm going to be tired by the time I get back from Bethel. I have to find out about this board. I don't know where to put it. I think I can put it in with backplane boards, but I'm not going to guess. I'm going to check. There's a lot of gold recovery. There's a good number of components and chips. So it's kind of an oddball thing. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Well, I've got to put it in the hopper and think about it a bit. I know what it is. It's a RAM. It's a memory slot card. But I don't know what I can sell it as, or even if I can sell it. I might not even want it. I don't know. When in doubt, there's always peripheral boards. Peripheral boards are pretty much just anything that's not a motherboard. So that may be where it winds up. Well, I had to show you that. I don't think I'm going to do a teardown on this computer right now. I'm running out of time and I've got to get out to Bentville. Let's see if I can get this off. I would like to see what else is in here though. Let's see if I can get this caddy off. Holy Christmas in July! Wow! Well, son of a gun. I'm glad you guys were here with me when I opened that one. Ow! Oh, let's dig a little more. Why not? So this is a Sun microsystem, and you may or may not have heard me say that on one of my other videos, a lot of times server boards have more than two CPUs. This one has 3. I've seen 4. I haven't seen 6. I've heard of 8. Oh, wait a minute. It says 4. I lied. I think this is 4. Oh, my God. Oh, thank you, Jesus, because let me tell you. I really need some stuff to sell at the yard to get some funds in until my board cert checks start arriving. It's just a matter of timing. Wow. Wow. Aren't you glad I decided to post this video before I went off to go get more? Wow. I would say, you know, I don't see that many Sun microsystems. I see a lot of Dell. Oh, wow. This is an AMD chip. I'm going to be very careful here. Yeah. Wow. I've got to look this chip up. Wow. It's an AMD chip. It's pinned. And this is an AMD small socket. And, well, let me put it this way. It could be an AMD chip. It may not be. I don't know. First generation Intel Xeon. See, I lied. AMD is solid all the way under. So this is, wow. 1985 Intel Xeon. Wow. There's no resale in it. There are people who collect vintage computer chips. I've got a shadow box that I'm working on just for fun. Wow. This shouldn't be too hard to get off, and that's going to be a nice freaking chunk of copper. Excuse me, I said freaking. Wow. That's amazing. So if this chip is 1985, that means this computer is 1985, right? Wow. Again, though, wow, I'm feel like I just hit the jackpot here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now I've got some hard drives in the front that I have to take out. So we've got some hard drives. These are actually Sun microsystem hard drives. Nice board, but it is going to be SATA low. It's got SATA connections. It's okay. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So needless to say, this is a very nice server. Wow. I've got to get all of this off before I can get at the board. I might break this into a two-part video. Maybe I'll... I haven't figured out how to attach two videos together to make one long video out of it. I'd like to, because it would make a lot of the in-between stuff less tedious. I don't want to be tedious. Okay, again, I don't want to bust that chip. Wow. Those I'm going to handle with a little extra care. I am going to be curious to find out if there are collectors out there who might be interested in buying that chip. Okay. Wow. So this will go as a multi-socket, small plastic multi-socket server board. So small because I can't get a quarter in here, and multi-socket because there'll be 4 of them. Green motherboard, and there is a category for that on board sort. Okay, wow, that woke me up. I was tired. Now I'm wide awake. And the board, I'll tell you, this board is very clean. Boy, sometimes you get some of these older boards from some of these data centers. They're disgusting. Recording studio boards are disgusting. They're full of smoke and hair and everything else. But this is really super clean. I think we just said we think this might be like from 1985. Generation 1 Xeon pinned fiber back chip. I don't think I've seen one of those. I don't have one in my collection, so now I got 4. I tend not to collect them. I just might make one shadow box with some of these vintage chips, just for fun. I mean, you know, they're not things we can find anymore. So, wow. Okay, so the rest of this would be me fiddling around, taking this apart. You don't really want to watch me do that, I don't think. These I can leave in because this board doesn't go underneath here, and there's really nothing of any value under here because that was where the hard drive caddy was. So there's really nothing substantial here. These were all hard drive caddies. I think there were 8 hard drives in here. These fans can probably stay, and then you can work the board off. The power supply was here. Let's get some of this, see if I can get these PCI cards off. Remove me second, remove me first. Welcome to Alice in Wonderland. Well, when I get home tonight, I probably will get a load ready to go, get shipped out tomorrow, I think. They won't get it till Monday, but sooner I get it out. And again, I'm going to really try to just ship the same thing in the box and not mix it all up. They prefer that. I prefer that. You know, here's 100 pounds of telecom boards. Here's 20 pounds of gold-fingered RAM. Just, you know. The only mistake you could make doing that would be if you miscounted or misweighed it, or your scale was out of calibration a little bit, you know. And that's not a big deal. They're just going to weigh it and adjust it anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. This was a great, great scrap. Remove me first. I'm trying. I can't believe I have notes in here. That's really funny. Remove me second. That's funny. When have I ever done what I'm supposed to or what I'm told? I don't know if you can actually see this. Let me slide it over. Riser cards, and that's what we're trying to get out right now, these riser cards. Holy motherboard, Batman! Get that out. Get that off of there. Remember, if you have to, if you're trying to force it, it just means you forgot something. You got to go back for it. These really, they're not hard to take apart. If you're really fighting to get something out, you've missed a screw somewhere. Again, you want to be careful with these because you don't want to break the chip that's underneath. I have to get this off, and I have to get this off before I ship it. And, maybe I didn't loosen it enough. I don't remember what PCI stands for, I'm sorry. Personal Computer Interface, maybe? Or some such thing. It's a lithium-ion battery pack. That's got to come off. PCI cards can go in with your peripheral boards. After I get all this stuff off it, of course. That'll be a backplane. There's a backplane board here, gold fingered cards, and the PCI card is in there. Actually, in this case, it'll be the PCI card will go as a gold finger card. I'll take off the bracket. I'll take this off. This has to be attended to. That's a lithium-ion battery. That's got to go out of my house. I don't like them. I'll put that outside. We'll take the bracket and the heatsink off. Now, I'm not going to nip those gold pins because I want to make sure I send them a good board. You want to have a good mix. You know, inevitably you're going to have some that aren't this quality, and you put them in there, and you know, you've already heard my narrative on that. I don't need to repeat it. Okay. And again, be careful not to knock the chip off if you can. Avoid it. Again, point these away from your face. Downward if you can. Although these aren't spring loaded, these aren't gonna pop out and get you. So spring loaded ones, boy, they really they can do a job on you. Let me tell you. Yeah, see, I really can't do anything with this. I'm going to dispose of that with my other batteries. I'm not going to try to get that off of the board and sell the board. These things are just too dangerous. This is also a battery pack that I found on one of the other computers. Those all have to be disposed of properly. There's not a lot of small spaghetti wire in here. Everything's pretty well contained in a harness. That's interesting. There's only a couple of main power cables in this computer. Alright, so again, I'll get the bracket off, backplane board. Gold finger card, we'll take off the heat sink and the bracket, and we'll sell it as a clean gold finger card. Gold fingers. Backplane board. And again, those can all be sold on their own. Alright. Very nice. Oops. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find out anything interesting about those particular chips. As I said, I'm not familiar with them. I have not come across them before. So, small plastic socket, multi-socket green motherboard. And as I said, I know there's a category for most of these. They're all server grade boards, and they do have their own categories, which is nice. Makes it a lot easier. Crap. Yeah, I've got to get the bracket off, otherwise I won't get paid for a clean board. And screwed it. I don't know why it doesn't want to cooperate. The problem is if it gets mixed in with your clean boards, you know, you run the risk of the whole box getting devalued, and you know, you don't want to do that. Now see, this one's got the spring on it, so you don't want to get a face full of that. You want to make sure it's pointed away from you. Clean piece of clean piece of aluminum. Gold finger card. No heat sink, no bracket. Whew, wow. So the rest of this is really just, it's going to be a basic teardown. 1, 2, 3, a few screws. I do have room to push the board forward. There's a good gap here. Otherwise I'd have to remove these fans. Yeah, a nice board. Very nice. Battery. Really, really a nice board. We've got 7 minutes. Let's see how far we can get together in 7 minutes. Probably get a lot further if I wasn't running out of steam. I'm looking for my ratcheting screwdriver. As I said, I wasn't going to do this board. I was going to head out and get some errands done. I might just have to call it there, because without that screwdriver, I can't undo the screws. All right. I wouldn't want to do that to you. After all, you guys are all here to learn. So it seems that Sun Microsystems computers do use a Torx. Gold finger card, maybe? I'm not sure. I'll throw it in the gold finger cards. Why not? It weighs, it doesn't even weigh an ounce. Pop that out. This was just a really nice surprise. As I said, I really thought I was done posting for the day, but when I saw this one, I really wanted to share it with you. As I said, I'm going out to pick up another load of e-scrap, so I don't know what time I'll be back and what kind of shape I'll be in when I get back. That stuff's really heavy. And we are expecting some poor weather later. I'll probably stop on the way home and get some boxes. I would like to get some of this weighed up and ready to be shipped. Again, I have to keeps something coming in every day. You know, if I can ship every day, then in a couple of weeks you get a check every day. And that works for me. They have an option for using PayPal. I don't know. I'm probably going to wind up doing that, although I'm not right now. I have to think about that too. Again, me elevating the e-scrap business to this level is a whole new thing. I never expected to get this kind of a load. If I could get a couple of IT guys to work with me, that would be freaking awesome. I've got to get a shed put out in the yard. Friday, with the help of God, I'm closing on Mom's house. Back plane. My brother and I agreed that I could purchase his half of the house out, and that works out really well for me. But that's one reason I'm busting it on this stuff. I'm trying to just raise some extra cash. I do want to get an outdoor shed. I do have a basement I can work in, but it's been very cold, and I have a very nice little portable heater here in my kitchen. So you know, I've done a lot of work on the house. I've been painting. I've got some other work I want to do. So, you know, this is a good opportunity for me to turn this stuff over and make some extra cash. The music school's closed again tonight because it's very icy downtown Shelton. So, it's another night of income we don't get. It's just that kind of job. We do okay with the rentals, though. Those always are nice and steady for us. And repairs. I do a lot of repair too. But this is nice. It gives me a little bit something extra, and yeah. Wow. I got to tell you, this was a very pleasant surprise. This board, I didn't expect this when I opened it. And that still doesn't want to come out, huh? I'm not really going to fight with this because I don't want to damage the chip that's underneath. It's possible there's a nut or a C-clip on the other side of this. I'll know when I get the board out. This is not going to interfere with my ability to get the board out because it is on the board, and these screws don't go through the board. I don't think. You never know, you know. Remember, if you have to force something, it just means you missed something. Don't force it, you'll break it, or you'll cut your hand. These things are sharp as, so, you know. You don't want to cut yourself on it. It'll hurt. Trust me. Yes, I know I should be wearing gloves. I know. My pathetic excuse is that my hands don't work well as it is and I can't grab anything, but someday I'm going to cut myself really bad, and then you're all going to say, we told you, Dee, wear gloves, and I'm going to say, yeah, you're right. I need the longer bit. These extra long bits are awesome for computer scrapping. You really, as you can see, definitely something you'll want to do. I must say, this came apart quite easily. That was a nice surprise. Bonus footage. You know what's even better? I got more in the car. When you use this tool, make sure you've got it set on the lowest setting. If you set it up here on like 22, it is going to wrench your arm around and you're going to get hurt. And also you can keep it slow by just putting a little pressure here. You don't want to strip these screws because they'll be a real, then you really got a problem trying to get them out. You wind up prying the board up and you wind up breaking the board, and your buyer's not going to want to badly damage the board. I've got to clean up the bench before I do any more computers. Get myself organized, get this stuff sorted, and go from there. Alright, I don't see anything that should be hanging up this board at this point. But something is. All you need is one. It's possible what's holding this up, and I can't quite get this into the camera angle. On the outside of the case there are 2 hex nuts holding these pieces, and it's right here. That very well could be what's holding the board in and not letting me get it out. So if I can find my needle nose pliers, I'm sorry I can't get you a better view of it. But these boards should just lift right out. It shouldn't be a big deal about it. I actually have another leaf for this table, which I think I'm going to have to put in just till I get this load of E-scrap out of the way. One more. Yeah. They're these, and there's 2 of them on the outside of the case right here. And I think that's what's holding the board up. Probably is not a bad idea to leave some more screwdrivers set up with the tools that you'll use on a regular basis. Like, I probably could buy a couple more of those ratcheting screwdrivers with exactly the bits I need. You know, it would save me a little bit of time. But, this is gonna be you gotta wait till the last one to be a pain in the kisser, you know? There you go. Okay, little screwdriver. And very gently push that forward. Nothing's holding it up that I can see. I've got all the screws off. The board is moving forward. And get that out of the way. Kidding. Yuck. Don't make a liar out of me now. Damn wires are in the way. I knew it. Go. Wow. So multi-socket, multi-small socket, plastic, green motherboard, batteries out. I've got to take these 2 brackets off. Yeah, no, I just didn't unscrew it enough. Very nice board. Like I said, it's in a category of its own, so I don't really have to worry about it. I'm still having some trouble with these. There's probably a C-clip on here somewhere, and I don't want to fuss with it right now because I haven't got time. But you can see, there they are. They're sticking through, and I don't know why it doesn't want to come off. Yeah, there's probably a little C-clip underneath on here, like this, and I'm not sure. I'll probably have to, I'll either leave it because I can't get it off, or I'll take a grinder and just zip that off to clean up the board nicely. So really some nice finds here. A very nice board that will pay quite a premium price. Some copper heat sinks. I'll be able to pry this off. This is aluminum, but this will actually come off fairly easy. I've knocked apart a couple of these. That's some serious weight in copper. That was really awesome. And 16 sticks of RAM. All right, I have to go answer my spam phone call. It's trouble with owning your own business. Boy, do you get spam. Thanks for sticking with us. Stay wonderful, stay warm, God bless. Mwah.